I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
Don't you forget, Harden's won an assist title now. This man can pass that rock.
Paul finds Wembanyama. Johnson down low, defended by Mann. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Vassell drives in. And he lays it up and in.
He wasn't going to settle on that play. Vassell with the assertive take to the bucket.
Harden surveying the D to the paint. Here's Zubac, and he drops in the way up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Los Angeles' head coach gave me a few minutes. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
And taken away by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance.
What toughness from Johnson in the paint, sticking with his shot and drawing the foul.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of this game.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Harden against Vassell. Unloads from 13. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Well, Harden is a versatile shooter, so he'll make the most of that mid-range spot whenever you give it to him.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. Batum with the steal. Now, here is Harden. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Inside, here's Batum. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. 1:58 left to play in the first. Ball passes to Wembanyama. Jacks up a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Wembanyama has got 5 points so far.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
That tells you the kind of strong defense they played last season. It wasn't easy to bring the ball inside against them at all.
Lets a floater go. Count it. He has 7.
Pulled the D that time. Harden with the soft touch, okay.
Spurs trail by 4. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, I'm not a system player, I am the system?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer, turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Now Paul. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. The drive by Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Harden with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Good defense by Wembanyama.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Substitution here for the Clippers. Jones checked in for Zubac. Derek Jones comes in for Mann. Kevin Porter's checked in for Norman Powell. And Chris Dunn subbed in for James Harden. Here's Paul. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Wembanyama. Batum dishes to Dunn. Over Paul. And that one released in time, but no good. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Barnes out there with Johnson. Then there's Zach Collins. Then it's Jones. And it's Branham in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Johnson. Knocked loose. Out left to the wing. Branham, the pass to Jones. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Clippers in the lead. Done outside. There's the three, and the three ball is good. Dunn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Clippers leading by 5. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Batum kicks to Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at them now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. James Harden comes in for Amir Coffey. Now here's Paul. Still yet to score.
A clever play by Paul. He makes sure to get some contact and draw the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
In last season's numbers, show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Amir Coffey's checked in for Dunn. So he gets them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Harden draws the double on the wing, but 2. Back to Harden. Down low. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound San Antonio. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And it's just a couple of bad breaks, and then you're on the losing end. I'm sure they're going to bounce back quickly.
And here's Harden. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
The southpaw, hard, lucky lefty. He's a tremendous offensive player who can pretty much get triple-doubles in bunches.
Mann's checked in for the Clippers. Norman Powell comes in for Porter. Then for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama comes in for Collins. And it's Vassell in for Trey Jones. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And here is Paul. After the 3-pointer from Norman Powell. Barnes outside. Now the Clippers moving it up. Dishes it down to finish the break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Zubac against Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Johnson's checked in for the Spurs. And so he makes both from the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Zubac with the screen for Harden. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Powell finds Jones. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Well, Harden has always been a top facilitator, but in recent years, he's adopted even more of a pass-first mindset.
Kicks it out to Paul. Fires from deep. Hits the 3-point bomb. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The 3-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Wembanyama against Harden. Over Wembanyama. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Harden's got 10 points.
You think about James Harden. Here's a guy who's played with KD, Russ, CP3, Kyrie, so many great players.
And it's in there. And it's 13 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Clippers on top. They lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're thinking about the shot.
Hey folks, let's get right to it. How about James Harden? He's having himself a game.
The defense hasn't had an answer for him. He's shooting with confidence right now, and he's converting at a high, high level.
But that defense has made it easy for him. Come on, show some pride.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. And that's all for us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. And it's man in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Vassell wide open. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Jones. Harden kicks to Jones. Jones sets the pick for Powell. Harden outside. Lets it go with the 3. They get it back. And stolen by Wembanyama. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. No coverage that time.
Nice shooting reflexes on display from Johnson. He's got such a quick release. It is off as soon as he touches it.
On the wing, Harden. Covered by Vassell. On the basket by Jones.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Vassell a screen on Harden. All finds Wembanyama. Here's Sohan. Vassell outside. Just 5 to shoot. Powell with the steal. Harden outside. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You guys love getting to the line like James Harden. Fooling the defender with a little pump fake move.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for Los Angeles.
It's been the guards who dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
Wembanyama with the bucket.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Third is Ivica Zubac.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Here's Harden. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Vassell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now Powell. Pass to Harden. Back to Powell, beyond the arc. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Paul passes to Vassell. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Mann. And Chris Dunn subbed in for James Harden. Barnes, who's checked in for San Antonio. Trey Jones comes in for Paul. And Wembanyama throws it down.
When Wemby is feeling himself, he is as deadly as any player on the planet.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
Count that one. Jones has got his second basket.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Deflects the pass. Zubac, the pass to Dunn. Back to Zubac. Over Wembanyama. Off target with the jump hook. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Barnes kicks to Jones. A three-pointer, no good. Clippers leading by 7. Jones, the pass to Zubac. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Keep attacking, all right? Nah, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Now staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Harrison Barnes. He's out there with Zach Collins. And it's Branham in at the shooting guard. Coffey, and the rejection by Collins. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
No hesitation from Barnes. Knew he was going to get the whistle, played right through it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Barnes hits them both. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And the Spurs making a change here. Vassell's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Stolen by Collins.
And you want to use the whole court, but you got to be careful with the long passes. Those are easier to pick off.
Here's Branham, done covering. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Up top, Batum. And he converts the layup. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy, just getting the job. Done when they need to make every possession count.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Jones. Mann comes in for Amir Coffey. Powell, he's checked in for Kevin Porter. And it's James Harden in for Dunn.
There is no one better at drawing fouls than James Harden. It can be frustrating for a defender. It's an art that he has mastered.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
The Spurs making a switch here. Wembanyama is checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vassell kicks to Barnes. It's good from long range. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice work by Barnes in that coffin corner. He really had that bad boy dialed in.
Batum a screen on Vassell. Harden the pass to Zubac. Outside Batum. Harden against Vassell. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Branham pulls it in.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Vassell kicks to Barnes. Driving inside. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Good things happen when HB drives that lane. He's either a bully to the basket or he gets to the line.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. That one wide left. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden outside. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Jones checked in for the Clippers. 1:31 left to play in the final quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of this is just the one make. Harden bounce pass. Sohan with the ball. Jones covering. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for San Antonio.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been penetrating and getting offensive production.
And you can't ignore how often they've been able to get to the free throw line, getting a lot of points from the charity stripe.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Here's Harden to the inside. Jones the pass to Pop. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And they hit it back. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And this is important for Wembanyama's development, wanting to step up and be a leader.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
And it's Zubac atop the key. Pass to Man. It's stolen by Johnson. Takes it inside. Man with the rebound. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Got it!
This is what we've come to expect from Harden. Doesn't back down from taking the important shots of the game.
Here's San Antonio. They're on a 16-6 run. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. When the bonus will go to the line to shoot 2. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Los Angeles calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the game. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Sohan with the ball. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
Substitution for your Clippers. Kai Jones. Nicholas Batum.
And Harden launches it from deep. Oh, big time shot!
Guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend the game, and the young fella delivers.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Paul in at the point. Harden, no good. San Antonio's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Stolen by Harden. Here's Man, covered by Vassell. To take the lead. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Back to Jones. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. Over Sohan. Pass to man. To the middle. And Jones sends it home.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Ball passes to Johnson. It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Lays it up off the glass.
What physicality from Johnson down low, throwing his weight around and getting past the contact.
Harden the pass to Zubats. To the left side wing. Back to Vassell. And Jones sends it back. A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Man passes to Pop. Now Harden. Powell trying to free himself up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No one does this better than Harden. Makes trouble inside and draws a good foul.
And so both free throws are good. That's a 2-point ball game.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Zubats against Wembanyama. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
On the wing, Harden. Covered by Vassell. Tries it from 19. It's in!
One of the best scorers in the clutch. Harden doing it again.
And here is Paul. There's the triple. Here's Wembanyama. Sohan finds Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Here's Sohan. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. Now here's Harden. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. They both at the line. It's a 3-point game. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the 3-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
They probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing a game of basketball. I love, being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. It takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, D.A., thanks again. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And now, our player of the game, James Harden.